Kermit the Hermit is all about those kinds of feelings. It was written by Barry Keating, and the pictures were drawn by Tom Cook. It was spring cleaning time in the nursery room, and nothing was safe from the dust mop and broom. Nanny had hired a house cleaning crew to make the whole nursery shiny and new. They shampooed the furniture, dusted the toys, and filled the whole room with confusion and noise. Kermit had nowhere to read or to play. He wished that the strangers would just go away. Too many people, thought poor little Kermit. Life would be better if I were a hermit. A hermit is someone who lives all alone in a cave with no furniture, TV, or phones. There's nobody there, so it's peaceful and quiet. That's just what I want, figured Kermit. I'll try it. So he scrunched up his eyes and he let his thoughts wander to an empty old cave in the hills way up yonder, an echoing cavern with no one in sight. Now I'll be a hermit, he said with delight. He got a big stick and he grew a long beard, for hermits, thought Kermit, should look a bit weird. He crawled through the cave, every crook, nook, and cranny. There was nobody there. No house cleaners, no nanny. No one to talk to, no friends big or small, no playmates to play with, no people at all. It was too calm and quiet. There was nothing to do. He needed excitement, a stranger or two. Scrunch came a sound which startled poor Kermit, and up through the floor popped a worm named McDermott. I bring you good news, said the worm. Pay attention. Your cave is the site of a hermit convention, and you shall be chairman of all the great hermits and give out the prizes and hermiting permits. I'll do it, said Kermit, politely but proudly. Just then someone knocked on the door rather loudly. Is this Kermit's cave? Called an old hermit crab. Then he sat on a boulder and started to gab. He talked about hermits that some folks called llamas, who shave off their hair and wear burlap pajamas. Just as he mentioned them, several walked in, singing and making a glorious din. The crab then told Kermit of hermits called monks, who sleep on the mountain in creaky old bunks and live on a diet of sausage and ham and paste little labels on bottles of jam. Just as old Krabby had mentioned their name, into that cavern the merry monks came, carrying poles, for they do love to shinny 'em, converting the cave to a monk condominium. New hermits walked in. They were young ones called rookies, munching and lunching on fresh hermit cookies. Beachcombing hermits brought barrels of sand. Hermits with horns formed an all-hermit band. Hermits kept coming, more hermits, then more. They could hardly all fit through that little cave door. Hermits with pets and hermits in pairs, small hermit turtles and big hermit bears. Hermits with feathers and hermits who sneezed. Hairy old hermits who did as they pleased. Fat ones and skinny ones, all shapes and sizes, danced up to Kermit for permits and prizes. The cave was so full, Kermit had to cry, "Stop!" And just as he did, his dream broke with a pop. The cave disappeared. He was back in his room with Nanny, the cleaners, the dust mop, and broom. But now that his hermit adventure was done, he knew that a big noisy crowd could be fun. So he grabbed up a broom and helped out like a friend. "I'm proud of you, Kermit," said Nanny. The end.